I'm starting out this video with breaking news. CGC has finally fixed the census for Time Magazine. I'll have some more details about that coming up, but there's lots of great stuff in this video. So I have two similar, they're different people, but they're similar pop culture issues. So they're non-sports issues that I have been hunting for a long, long time. And actually ended up buying both of them from the same person. Somebody reached out to me on social media not too long ago and said, hey, I got a bunch of magazines. You interested? And that happens all the time. And I'm like, sure, send me some, show me what you got. And he sent me a ton of stuff. And then these two were in there and I was like, yeah, I'm interested. And so always fun when you've got those issues that you've been looking for and looking for and looking for forever, and they fall in your lap out of nowhere. So super excited about those. I also have a first cover of a major baseball Hall of Famer. I'll go into details. We'll tell that story. I've got one that is just one of my absolute favorite athletes, and it may surprise you. And it's not for necessarily what this person did in their sport. It's just because they're awesome. So we're going to talk about that one, and then we'll wrap it up with a very collectible swimsuit issue. Very collectible swimsuit issue that has a legitimate chance at being the top pop. Unfortunately, it is a like 1 in a million chance that any of these will get a 9.8, but we'll warm up the 9.8 button just in case. Let me make sure I got my remote with the button ready in case that does happen. I'm Jim. This is an unboxing video. You know the rules. I know exactly what these issues are. I don't know what the grades are, so you get my reaction live on this video right here. If you are interested in my comic and magazine cleaning and pressing service, you drop a comment here on YouTube, or you find me on social media and shoot me a DM over there. I am literally on every single social media platform. I make it easy for you. I make it easy for you to find me. I have the same username on every platform: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, eBay, Facebook groups, TikTok. It is CGC Sports Illustrated. There are a lot of people out there with very similar usernames to mine, but there is only one, me, that is just CGC Sports Illustrated like that. So 5 modern slabs in this box. Kobe, nailed it. Make sure these are facing the right way, and they are. Usually CGC ships them upside down. Which is great, because that way I don't accidentally see what any of the grades are. But I think on the last box they didn't, and man, I almost accidentally saw a grade that I did not want to see. Okay. Like I said, 5 modern slabs. Packing slip. We'll do it again. Jordan this time. Nailed it. Okay. 5 modern slabs. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to tell a lot of stories. I think I got some plans for a lot of video clips in this one, which I just kind of do them whenever I think they'll be interesting. Some videos I don't have any. This one I think I'm going to have a ton. So we're looking for 9.8s. Sure. That's a long shot. We're looking for top pops. When you can't get 9.8s, or you don't have a reasonable shot at getting 9.8s, then you want the top pops. So let's see if we can do that. Take a minute. Get my mind squared up, get good vibes going. What do they call this? Manifesting. I'm manifesting top pops. And we're starting with this baby right here. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm happy, I'm disappointed. I'm both. I don't know how I'm going to end up feeling about this one. Okay, Christy Brinkley Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. This came out on February 9th, 1981. There are now 3 9.4. So this is a top pop. I got to share it. That's why I'm kind of happy. Kind of bummed that I didn't get the absolute top pop. Thing is clean as hell. Okay, so let's go through this. There are now 3 9.4s. There are 4 8.5s. There are 2 8.0s. I projected this at 9.4, so nailed it. Christy Brinkley appeared on 3 swimsuit covers. This is her last one from 1981. She was the cover model 3 years in a row, 79, 80, and 81. She is the only cover model to three-peat a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Elle McPherson holds the record. She's been on 5 covers. Kate Upton has been on 4 covers, and then there's a ton that have been on 3 covers, including Cheryl Tiegs, Kathy Ireland, Daniela Pestova, Tyra Banks, and Christy Brinkley here. And again, like I said, this is her 3rd and final cover appearance. It's in real nice shape. And by the way, not an easy issue to get a high grade. That kind of like a sunset setting that gives us lots of dark ink, especially down here on the bottom on the spine. Full color background. Not easy to pop a 9.4 on that one. So I'm happy. But man, I am a snob when it comes to my own grades, and all I can think of with that 9.4 is I was this close to having the top pop all to myself, and that would have been awesome, but guess I gotta share. I don't care for that. Sharing. I like top pops. I like when I'm the one that has the highest graded copy in the world, and I don't have to share it with anybody else. All right, next up. Another one's going to be pretty condition sensitive. Full color, dark navy ink on the back. Pretty good. Pretty good. Again, sharing that top pop. Oh, this is where I got cooked. Right there, you see that? Just the tiniest amount of color loss there and there. And that's why this got a 9.2. John Daly, first Sports Illustrated cover. Came out on August 19th, 1991. There are now 3 9.2s. Here I am again, sharing the top pop. There's an 8.0, there's a 7.0. Projected this at 9.4, so still within my projection window, but to the low side. And if you're new to these videos, I just project because it's fun. But I always give myself one grading tier plus or minus. So I projected this at a 9.4. To be, within my window, I'd have to either get a 9.2, a 9.4, or a 9.6. That's when I know that I'm being accurate on my projections. I give myself a plus or minus of one grading tier. John Daly changed the game of golf. John Daly does not get enough credit for what he did to the game of golf. He changed the game of golf. He was the first of the big hitters off the tee that has now led to, everybody, including, Bryson DeChambeau hitting these, crazy, ridiculous drives. In 1997, he became the first PGA player in tour history to average 300-yard drives for an entire full season. He then went on to do that every single season from 1997 to 2008. It wasn't Tiger Woods that was the first player to average 300 yards off the drive for a whole season. It was this big, hairy American winning machine in John Daly that was the guy to do it. Only player to reach the green at Ballas Roll Golf Club, hole 17 in 2 strokes. Just so you know, that's a 630-yard par 5. He changed the game of golf. And I just love everything about it. There's a great, I'm going to find, here, I'll find this image, but take a look at it right here of a famous image of John Daly winning the 1991 PGA Championship, and then, of course, the fun in the background. Love that image right there. But he's just a regular guy. He's throwing back heaters and drinking Miller Lights while he's on the golf course. He would sit in his van and sign autographs in the parking lot. I mean, the John Daly stories are crazy. He would bet like $5,000 a pull at high-end slots. He's just a normal. I'm not making $5,000 pulls on slots, but if I had that kind of money he did, I might be doing that. He's just a normal, regular guy who burst onto the scene and won the 1991 PGA Championship and just was was amazing and so much fun to watch, and still so fun to watch. Let's check out a couple of just fun, not golf related, but just kind of quasi golf related fun clips of John Daly.
All right, welcome to Shotgun Start. Let's go, baby. All right,
I want to know how you prepare for a golf tournament.
Well, I hit balls maybe 20 minutes, putt a little bit, smoke 4 or 5 cigarettes, drink 3 Diet Cokes, and go to the first tee. Some days I won't even go to the range.
got to get the foam off of it. Now the key to this shot is hit the ball without moving the can. I've only done it once out of about 1,000, but something like that. Whoa, almost did it. That's pretty good. Is that in the fairway?
Yes, sir. That's your best drive today. Maybe you should do it more.
Oh boy, here we go. He golfs, apparently.
Oh! It went in! How can you not love John Daly? If you don't like John Daly, we can't be friends. I'm sorry, that's my litmus test. You got to think John Daly's entertaining and just fun, or else this isn't going to work between us. We're breaking up. Sharing a top pop again. 2 in a row where I have to share the top pop. I'm greedy. I don't like sharing. I still got a chance at, I think, I got a chance at some top pops still in here. Okay, moving forward. Love those John Daly clips. John Daly on Twitter is like the clips that you can see. I'm not talking about his account specifically, just all the videos of him. Just go to Twitter and search John Daly. Oh, it's the best. The best. Okay, next up. That is not good or anywhere near what I was expecting, and definitely not a top pop or anywhere near it. Jackie Robinson's first cover. It does say first Jackie Robinson Sports Illustrated cover. Came out on May 5th, 1997. There's a 9.6. There are 3 at 9.4. I own 2 of those 3. There's a 9.2. Projected this at 9.2, so missed my window. This stinks all the way around. He never had a Sports Illustrated cover while playing, and I hear this all the time from people. That is a crime against humanity. That's a crime against collecting and Jackie and baseball and everything. Okay, settle down just a little bit. It kind of makes sense. Sports Illustrated didn't start publishing until August 1954, and Jackie Robinson retired in the fall of 56. So there weren't a whole lot of opportunities for him to get a cover while he was playing, and obviously he broke the color barrier like a decade before Sports Illustrated even started publishing. So it kind of makes sense. And also keep in mind, when Sports Illustrated in the 50s was really kind of like sporting life. It wasn't, baseball, basketball, football, and hockey. There was actually very few covers. I did a count on this. I think there were, in 1954, there were 2 covers featuring one of the four major pro sports leagues. That's it. Out of all the covers in 1954, I think those numbers are right. Regardless of what they're right, you get my point, what I'm saying. And in 55, 56, 57, it was very similar. There was a lot of covers that, featured dogs and skiing and scuba and rodeo and all these kinds of different, auto racing, and just not from the big 4 major sports leagues. So I think that's really, your initial reaction is, man, that's crap that Jackie Robinson never had his first Sports Illustrated cover in 1997. But when you think about the mechanics of it, there's some really good reasons why. Still stinks that he never had a cover while he was playing. This 8.5 stinks more than that. Hate that 8.5. Okay. Pretty good box. 2 top pops. Blew it on Jackie. I got 2 to bring us home. These are the 2 pop culture ones that I talked about that I'm very, very excited about seeing these grades. These are. I've been looking for these 2 issues forever. And now the moment of truth. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'll take it. Pretty good. Not a top pop. So this is the Time magazine copy. This is the John Lennon tribute issue. This came out on December 22nd, 1980. Let's go through the particulars. There's a 9.4. They're now 4 at 9.0. It's a fair grade. There's an 8.5. Projected this at 9.2, so within my window. It's been more than 40 years since John Lennon was murdered on December 8th, 1980. And I was getting ready for this video and thinking back on it, and it really is, everything about it's crazy and like a movie script. He's obviously one of the most famous people in the world, part of the Beatles, and but when he was murdered, the Beatles weren't all that far from broken up, less than a decade away from having broken up, still very, very culturally relevant. His killer, Mark David Chapman, was, inspired by J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye, which is crazy to think. So Mark David Chapman kind of saw himself as the protagonist in Catcher in the Rye, Holden Caulfield, who called out disdained liars and cheats and people that overly promote themselves, and it was when Lennon said that the Beatles were bigger than Jesus Christ, that's kind of stuck in Mark David Chapman's craw, and was that's how he saw himself as Holden Caulfield, and murdering John Lennon was going to fix that in his mind, I guess. Mark David Chapman got Lennon's autograph earlier in the day. He was at his Lennon was living at the Dakota in New York City, and he went there in the morning, got his autograph, and then came back later at night and murdered John Lennon. In fact, Lennon recognized him when he came up to him initially because he saw him earlier that morning. There is a very famous photo. This photo right here. So this photo was very famous photo, taken on the day that John Lennon was murdered. The photographer is the very well-known Annie Leibovitz. She photographed a lot of Rolling Stone covers, so this is just one of many. She had tons and tons of iconic photos that she did. And it's just such a crazy photo, and the story behind it. Annie Leibovitz was insistent that John Lennon be naked on the cover, and John Lennon was insistent that Yoko join him on the cover. And so their compromise was, okay, Yoko's on the cover, but Yoko didn't want to get naked. So Yoko's going to be in her clothes on the cover, and John Lennon would be naked on the cover. That photograph was published as the cover of Rolling Stone that came out about a month later on January 22nd, 1980. And then, again, another bizarre thing. Most of America, keep in mind, this is 1980, way, way, way before the internet. We had radio, and we had newspapers, and 3 TV channels. Most of America found out about John Lennon being murdered watching Monday Night Football and hearing Howard Cosell make the announcement. All of the series of events around this are they're like a movie. In fact, let's play that clip of from that Monday Night Football.
Yes, we have to say it. Remember, this is just a football game, no matter who wins or loses. An unspeakable tragedy confirmed to us by ABC News in New York City. John Lennon, outside of his apartment building on the west side of New York City, the most famous perhaps of all of the Beatles, shot twice in the back, rushed to Roosevelt Hospital, dead on arrival. Hard to go back to the game after that news flash, which in duty bound we had to take. Frank?
Everything about his murder and all the events around it are it's an amazing story. He was obviously a massive pop culture figure. This is a historically significant piece in the fact that it's his tribute after his murder. I love that 9.0 and have been looking for this forever, and very happy that I finally got my hands on one. Okay, last one. Again, this is another pop culture piece, non-sports based, and it's got a shot at the top pop. This is great. I like that Lennon. I like this one more. Hoping for a big grade on this. It's okay. I'll take it. I'm laughing and kind of exasperated about this because it is, again, tied for the top pop. 3 issues in this, and I tie for the top pop. Yeah, so close to having the top pop, but not there yet. I love it. Everything about it. Got the labeling. First Time magazine, Bruce Springsteen cover. Is a beauty. Came out on October 27th, 1975. There are now 2 at 7.5. There's a 7.0 and a 6.5. Very condition sensitive. Full color back, even though it's not dark ink on the back. A lot of dark ink on the front. All issues, especially vintage issues of Time, extraordinarily condition sensitive as all that red border around there. I mean, the flaws just come screaming out. I projected this at 7.0, so I'm thrilled that I got a little bit better than my projection, and 7.5 is certainly a fair grade. This came out 2 months after Bruce Springsteen released Born to Run. That album saved Springsteen's career because he had been putting out several albums. He had a record company contract, and his record company was essentially getting ready to drop him because he just was not a commercial success. And then he releases Born to Run, and it's really credited with saving Bruce Springsteen's career, and it's just been nothing but, hit after hit and millions of concerts and album sales after that. Born to Run is ranked 18th on Rolling Stone's list of 500 greatest albums of all time. It's sold over 6 million copies. I love everything about this. Rock's new sensation, Bruce Springsteen. October 27th, 1975. I can't wait to display this in my house because this is exactly why I love graded magazines. It's rare because it's newsstand. It's got historical significance with stories behind it, and it just is going to display awesome. Good box. 3. How can I be disappointed? I mean, I am a little disappointed because I'm a snob and I always want top pops, but 3 sharing of top pops out of these 5. Had a bust on the Jackie Robinson, but the John Lennon Time tribute, real happy with that one. Really appreciate you watching. New magazine unboxing videos every Monday, pressing unboxing videos on Thursday. And I've got a fascinating box that I'm going to be opening up for this Thursday's unboxing, pressing unboxing video. So you definitely want to catch that. And I appreciate you watching these. So thanks so much. Appreciate it.